Flare, I guess you go with KBU on this one.
Yeah, pretty much my opinion as well. I really want to be rooting for the Korjigiro here, but as things are, he is combined with the PL. I haven't seen the PL do very well yet. Mostly on the back foot, hard to play fast with that super early diffusal blade. We haven't really seen it be successful yet, whereas I have definitely seen fast strats with a lot of burst damage coming from Alina be extremely successful. So my money's on Stratyk as well.
First blood potential, smokes have popped, vision on the high ground. They see the Jakiro move away to the side. They're going to be a very difficult one to catch. That is a very fast dragon to catch. He's got the information. Warden also moving around on the river. And here comes the rest of KBU, prepared for a bit of a brawl. Thana's going to find himself out of position, and he's leveled up the stun, so he's got no carapace, no nothing to at least get a mini stun out. But that's really not the case to save you, my friend, because this next assassin will end up being first blood for KBU, and he goes for Annihilate.
A little bit hesitant on, if you hold the position there, you have enough stuns over on Stratyk to definitely force out the first blood on your side, but they were perhaps a bit caught off guard by KBU still moving up.
Also, with the Nyx Assassin dead, they kind of felt strong on going to that bounty rune on Stratyk's side of the map, but not required to go all the way through. Sekiro's going to be securing the bounty rune in the river, making it 2 for 2. And get our laning stage underway. One of the players that I mentioned in the draft to keep an eye open for, at least through various sources, I believe Alien Mana Banana is the guy to watch probably in this matchup. Puck versus Lina, we talked about skill-based matchups yesterday. This should be a fun one to watch.
This should be. I mean, Puck, as like the hero has gotten several nerfs over the past couple of months, years, patches. Well deserved, by the way. Whereas Lina right now is an absolute laning monster. Her speed, once she gets the point up into the Fire Soul, is absolutely monstrous. Puck is mostly going to have to play this one on resources. Not try to contest Alina too much, just spam out that wave and try to get as efficient jungle farm out yourself, because you don't get to win this matchup if you go face to face with Alina.
Also, pretty tough start for the very first creep waves here into the off lane with Kurt and Kaylee. Matt, this is a guy's name, or overall a name that I would love to pronounce in a Finnish way. I think a lot of Finnish viewers are probably going to be like, I know what you're onto here, so I'm not going to go there. But his name has got something that's calling me, you know, like I want to go with a different type of line here.
I keep thinking he's Finnish as well, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's a Turkish offlaner player. We've seen a lot of these European players play in Division 2 through the past seasons, not just last tour, but obviously last year as well. So I feel like it's a training ground, it's a proving ground. They don't really care about the ping too much. The competition is also a bit different. And is it, you know, it's just you start to feel like the amount of NA players around there. Do Europeans really fill in the void, which Yube kind of talked to us yesterday in the interview as well, that there's not a huge player base. So coming up with these Europeans, do they feel like a more of a breath of fresh air, or are they just, you know, one with the North American idealism?
I've certainly seen these players adapt to the playstyle at the very least. NA Div 2 has really a very different flavor than we see from, for example, EU or Eastern EU Div 2.
This is also a pretty calm start. There's a lot of potential on both of these lineups to go for these early kills, really depending on support rotations. Positioning is also pretty key. But right now, I feel like everybody just needs more and more levels. Even Adrian is getting pressured under the tower with a couple of spells, but not really in trouble. EK is also very hard to kill.
Would love to, but he is up versus two rather tanky targets, and especially the attack slow from the dual breath is a problem for him. As well as for any illusions that the SD might create.
Yeah, you can definitely play aggressive with an SD in your lane. But you're also very mana dependent. Like when you go for the call, you might as well have a strong upper hand when you do that. And we're going to get a pause from Steel Barco at the same time as Raza has been hit by dual breath, and Warden's coming in from the side with tag team and ice shards ready. He's not going to go for it, but the bubble comes out. A bit of a flat battle here in this bot lane is about to break loose. SD low on HP, couple more hits, and Warden looking for the first blood, or at least the second one for KBU, as Adrian also scores a tie here, making it a 1-for-1 in this bot lane, but it's favoring the CK, I guess, in this sense, because he wants to get those early levels up and running for himself.
Yep, very much so. This is not the kind of slow core where you can say, fine, you know, if my laning does too well, I'm just going to retreat into the jungle, gonna farm a bunch of stacks. CK wants to snowball. He's a combative, in-your-face kind of hero, and that's a good start, and not so good for this Jakiro. As I am watching Sunlight here, I've been very impressed with him on these weird offliners, most notably the Treant Protector.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love this guy, but it is hit or miss, and they're gonna be putting the hits into Adrian again.
Might as well. I mean, you've got your 2 points in Liquid Fire and Dual Breath, so you want to hurt this CK. One hit after the other. Now the downside is Tusk is completely drained out of mana, making this next engagement a whole lot harder. Even if Jakiro has all of these stacks, he can keep on poking and broaden the CK. And while Steel Barco's going to get stunned up in the top lane, the Stana and Kurt and Kale is also going to get some damage out, but the TP will go off as they're lacking stuns after that, and Pale goes out. Waza slowed up by the Liquid Fire. CK intervening, and again, a bit of spikes going on. I mean, we did have a bit of a maintenance happening here with the weekly maintenance kicking off just before the lobbies were created, so hopefully it's not linked together.
I also hope not. He's not the only one who's been spiking, by the way. I have also definitely noticed some trouble here and there, so let's hope that's just my connection from now on and not the server.
See, 3 players have dropped out of the server, so we're going to have to wait a bit for them to come back. Though, our first 5 minutes, a bit of a recap on what's happened. We did get the first blood for KBU. And also a bit of a battle going on in the bot lane. But outside of that, CS is tied in every single lane. CK's got the most denies by 6, but the numbers, they're very even on every lane, except CK does have that go-ahead kill. Maybe getting himself another one here in this this bot lane battle. We'll see if something goes on here. Bit of a cluster there with our T-Tours going on, showing a bit of a tour going on with this bot lane battle with the dragon and the CK. There's a lot of mystical animals here in one small spot. A lot of pixels.
It's a whole zoo.
Almost.
Kobold's getting involved here as well.
Yeah, and we have a sentry ward with a monocle. Very posh sentry ward.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice,
What do you think? You're betting on that one?
His name is Monty. So I'm kind of thinking about Monty Python.
Monty. I know. I'm asking if the Centaur Stomp is going to come out to seek. It's very possible.
Funny thing is, with the Centaur Courser with his Cloak Aura, 30% magic resistance, but or 15% against heroes, but that's only for him. It's not even going for either of these. A lot of spells going to be involved in this one. Where even is the Centaur? I can't even see the Centaur. Is it dead or is it there somewhere? Oh, it is there.
No, it's in the cluster.
Oh, what is that? Wow, we have a very interesting POV right now. Okay, so we're zooming in. Okay, we see some blue. That's definitely... Yep. There it is.
That's almost a Centaur Hydra. There's a lot of heads and legs on that one. We do have everybody back in the lobby right now, so is it gonna stomp?
Ready signs.
I say yes.
Do we hear the sound? And no. Sound cue, but no stun. Snowball comes out. They're going to go on the SD instead. Raza is going to be the one to bite the dust out of this one. And Warden getting a kill. And the CK going down to potentially 7 stick charges. He's going to man fight this through. And the Kobolds wants a piece of this action too. But Adrian can't get the deny out. He's actually trying to get some distance out of this one. Vision coming out. The stun on the Jakiro. He's going to go down, but he does take at least Sunlight with him, making that a 2-for-1 trade. The Warden lives out of that one.
A nice stutter step there from the Jagiro. Break the vision while the CK has all his spells back up. He has a little bit shorter cooldowns. He gets the kill first. Just about a fast rotation from the Warden, but he didn't have to eat all of his mangoes to do anything there, and he immediately gets spotted out by
Coil used
Raza.
in mid lane, instantly recognizing I need to break this stun. Snowball coming out, dive under the tower. Raza, disruption save. Warden's going to be under the tower, but he's able to move himself out of there. Alien, Mana Banana. Not in range for the stun, as the shards are also pushing the Lina's pathfinding, but good saving rotation from the SD. Coil used for no kill. Annihilate is very low on resources too. So you gotta time that phase shift if you're about to get hit by either the Laguna Blade or the stun. So he's gonna have to regen up. Gets a salve. Looking pretty good for him now.
With the reduced mana cost on this Laguna Blade, Linas are very liberal with it. I have seen creeps getting farmed with that Laguna Blade. Might as well, right?
Orko and Thena, a couple hits traded there, nothing too special, but Nyx finds a bit of a reward with a double bounty. Been waiting all that time inside that jungle. Money for the team, not just for the Nyx assassin. That also means that he's got his boots now. Realm under the tower, though, a bit of trouble with Kale.
We have been very
Tries
busy
to drop
with
the
his bot lane.
Chakram. Tries to drop the Chakram there at the same time for this kill. Yeah, there's a fight in bot as the Jakiro dies. But they don't get the kill. This PL, the chase is still going on. 1 second for the Doppelganger. Able to disjoint the right-click animation from the Timbersaw. Tries to TP away. Chakram ready. He's out of there. Realm will survive. He's out. He is going to survive and live out of that one. But Jakiro ends up dying in the bot lane. So at least something for Stratyk.
And, well, the Timbersaw here used up most of his mana pool to get through to that Phantom Lancer, but ultimately he still has a Soul Ring, he's got his brace, he's nearly got the mana boots as well, so he's going to be fine. And he's not going to pressure through this top tower like good Timbersaws are wont to do. The PL cannot return to this lane.
But not too
And now
much
it's
to look
Jakiro's
at bottom
job
because
to
they're
match
fighting
that.
at top at least. The DP is going to be going down. But there was an Invis puck approaching, but a very good move from the CK to just safely move out of that bottom lane. No reason to stay there anymore. Head over to the jungle to go in for some more safer waters. Puck also missing some time with that rotation, spending or wasting a bit of gold in that terms that he's not gaining any. While the Timbersaw gets himself a kill at the top lane on the DP and now pressuring this tier 1 tower. There's a TP coming in, but there's no other backup really showing up, so he's just going to keep on doing his thing.
Yeah, Borko just wants levels here. He's been staying out of the PL's regions a lot to make sure that he gets his level 6, but that's definitely going to hurt him right now. And his tower is
finds
down.
Realm. Much of the lone Nyx assassin can really do in this situation. Towers have been traded. Meanwhile, both the Jakiro and the Timber are very good at pushing towers.
Here a bit more of a siege engine, got his double mills going, actually saved up a lot of money right now. Wonder if he's going to go into the classic Yules, if we're going to see a more support-like build-up from him. See cases made for force staffs, etc. this game, because Jakiro doesn't need that many items for himself, honestly. He is a natural tank.
I feel like Sunlight is still one of those players who prefers having double stat items at the start. Maybe something to follow up on that. Double man coil, though, used in mids, and they can't follow up on it. There's no ice path to throw in, and that tag team just doesn't do anything. There's nobody hitting the targets. They have to move instantly away from there. The disruption saved from Raza. It's just very hard for KDU to make these plays, but that's a bit worrying too, because Stratyk is going to get away with these if they don't kill the big cores, if they don't get these big kills. Stratyk is just a much faster farming team.
Yep, and this is not the first time that we've seen the Warden have trouble land the Ice Shards in the right place at the right time. Like, that was a pretty hard timing to hit, but the previous one on the Lina was an unforced error. This is now the second time. If you don't get anything out of this early gap closing power the blocking in power of a Tusk, you're going to get in trouble later. Like, he's got 3 levels in tag team. We've mostly seen it in the brawls on the bottom lane.
Very
That's it.
interesting move coming into mid with this smoke, trying to catch the puck. Raza a bit too far away for the disruption. The puck's gonna get out. His courier's gonna live with 13 HP. Get one piece of the Witchblade on that. That was the Blitz Knuckles, but Timbersaw is somewhat deep. However, there's not much you can do against this hero. And again, another rotation from the behind with Sunlight, the Warden. They're moving in with the Snowball first, going straight to the Lina, isolated, and no save available. That's going to be AMP going down. Raza also going to get surrounded, and that's going to be a double kill going for the Jakiro. So a couple attempts it took. Finally, it pays off.
And this is textbook just ignore the Timbersaw, lol. Doesn't want to spend his entire mana pool getting to that fight. And now they will keep that catapult alive. Push the tower between the Jakiro and the Death Prophet. This is so much damage. Nothing Captain Killer can do.
Trying to try and fight this one though. Stun on the puck. CK ulti used. We've got a TP coming out from Raza as well, but the next assassin dead. So is the Tusk. Avian. No Reality Rift available, so he can't catch Steel Borko. There's actually there's no Exorcism remaining either, so KD is gonna have to back out. They might look for a tower trade. They actually held their tier 1 up. They get a tower in return.
Yeah, it's really about everybody who's in mid now we need to trade, because otherwise we lose this one to Annihilate, who's going to sneak in there, hoop tower.
Dire's middle tower is
down.
Dire's middle tower has
But despite all the pushing power KDU has, they can't get the tower down, but they lose theirs instead. Annihilate forced away. Etzel's been sitting in this top lane for quite some time. He's got his TP boots now. Jakiro's got that extra split pushing power now with his capability of moving around the map. You have a lot of mobility when you add the puck into that too.
Yeah, this change, I really like how the... Oh, yeah, we're just going on mid.
Bit of an attempt. Some poking going on, at least on the puck, though. It's more than just an attempt, because Thena is going to get this one. Vendetta Impale. And also the Carapace stun there, so the puck can't do anything.
Power of that last pick coming in right there, and... Yeah, I was talking in the draft about how this puck has to wear a lot of hats. The Jakiro getting Boots of Travel actually takes a lot of the split pushing duty away from it, because when I was talking like that, I thought, okay, this Jakiro is going to be a support, he's not going to be pushing. One of the fastest wave you can get, really, apart from like the double hit clearers like a Pango. Yeah. So he's going to get a lot of farm out of this and a lot of map presence.
Raza is definitely trying to build some kind of new meta here with that double Windlace. Potentially going to turn that into something and leave the other one open as the Lina's forced away. Raza won't have the movement speed to run out of this one. They're in a bit of a pickle. Lina, Diffusal Blade has been slowed by Realm. Maybe they can surround A and B. Laguna Blade on the DP, dropping low. Thena's on the hunt, but they don't have to because they already taken the kill, but they will take Alien Mana Banana. And now onto the PL as well with the Snowball save coming in, but Adrian's going to be surrounded, thrown into the air with the wall response as well, and Warden looking for the kill with the Macro Fire taking in. And the shards, the Warden, he's literally jailed them in there. And Thena down, Kurtz and Kale fallen as well. And KBU, the Warden, this guy should be promoted to Prison Master or something with those shards, because that leads it to 4-1.
Absolutely excellent. That's redemption for him right there. My sincere apologies for flaming those shards earlier. I realize you were saving them up now. But yeah, this early Diffusal Blade hasn't worked out for many PLs at all, and this was very close. This is just a level 11 PL. Normally it would take a little bit longer for him to get involved like that, have a little bit more stats, and he's running into CK. But they pull it off here beautifully. That was a very well executed fight.
Very crucial damage, and also the Diffusal Blade proc, or not the proc, the active ability used to slow down the Lina in front or just under the tier 2 tower, allowed them to go for that aggressive dive, knowing that we can actually kill this Lina right here. Steel Borko tanks the tower, he dies with Exorcism, they still get the Lina kill, and it opens up a whole new world of possibilities for KBU to go in, because the PL with 1100 HP, like you said, he's feeling, well, very strong right now, diving onto the Lina. The Snowball's not going to be there in time, though. Maybe a bit of time there with the Warden thinking, should we or should we not? Nina's going to be escaping out of this one.
Yep. Not for Ego to be a big turning for her. But so far, yeah, the Alien Mana Banana is not calling Realm's bluff there. Definitely tried to DPS him down, but he realizes that if the PL is going on me this hard, the backup must be coming in, so he fails.
Nina getting some crucial information about the Jakiro's positioning. There's a lot of movement towards the mid lane. Nobody to jump on, though. There's not enough firepower nearby as the Timber is pushing top. CK is also farming in the area. Nina also wants to keep a bit of distance, and that is thanks to Nyx getting so much info. He steals the haste rune in front of the puck. Important action rune taken away.
Big win.
Everything piling on top of the bank of where Stratyk wants to take this game to. Very interesting Yule's interaction, by the way, because that was cancelled by the Timber chain. So this Timber might actually get away. They don't have the stuns except the maximum range ice path. Oh my goodness, that shouldn't have, but it did. It just barely hits the Timber Saw, and he's not going to escape out of that one.
And the Realm is picking a fight with Adrian, and Sunlight's actually coming in with the BOTs.
And DP's coming in. Nina's going to be here. Raza's coming back in. Yeah, it's like it's a fair attempt, and obviously PL, when he gets that kind of information about the movements from Stratyk, it's like, all right, I might as well play a bit overly aggressive. But that's what your carry player wants to do, and I think that's what Realm also kind of excels in. And look at this guy just go. He's got zero respect. A beautiful stun coming out from Sunlight. And SD goes down, and Jakiro will get this one. And a quick jump from Realm over the trees to maybe catch Stana. He's already inside Vendetta, so we don't know that the Nyx has escaped this time. KBU stretching their lead to 15 kills, but economy-wise, it's anybody's game.
Yep, but that is really just good news for the team with the PL on it. I was talking about how aggressive of a hero CK is. We haven't really seen Adrian contribute, and he's got all of the damage tools now. He's got the Armlet, he's got the Echo Saber, and he's mostly been running away or late. There again,
gets fight breaking loose. They got the coil. LSA will be dodged with the phase shift. Exorcism used as well, and Steel Barco is going to be forcing Thana, forcing Kurtenkele away. Nyx Assassin gets denied, as the Satyrs want a piece of that. Really trying to keep them away, but again, the shards from the Warden will keep the Timber Saw in check, followed into the Ice Path. Would you look at that godlike spree? 10-3-5 Jakiro, despite not having the easiest start for his laning stage, has recovered very nicely on this Jakiro and turning the whole thing all upside down.
Who was I to doubt Sunlight and his special picks, man?
We did it.
This guy,
I think we never did.
I don't even care if he loses. Like, this is already...
Definitely fun to watch, at least. Like, that's the thing that he kind of proves as well to people with these hero picks, that obviously 3 Jakiro is not like unheard of. I think a lot of people have been more acquainted to this during the last patch. I was more used to the mid Jakiro with Rod of Atos coming out, but he's got his own ideas. But I Annihilate playing a bit of is this chestnut checkers versus Nyx Assassin here? Knows that one single orb thrown out into the sky by Carapace, and he might just die because of it.
I think he knew that was a close call. Spider senses, and then, yeah, on top, Adrian gets pushed off of the tower. They do a fair bit of damage to it, though. The same is definitely to be said about the bottom tower, where this Jakiro has been chipping away. It's got the Kaya now as well. Presumably going for the SNK, further increasing his tankiness. That status resist going. The good stuff.
Yeah. We talked about the frontline need for KBU. They've got the distance to close and things, as SD just gets run down by several KBU members. They can continue to work on that bottom tower. Alien Mana Banana also moving himself away. Not feeling that this part of the map is safe anymore. This is basically where you just draw, like, this Radiant bottom area is no longer our territory.
Big X.
Big X, yeah.
do not go there. But Lina has just collected her BKB, and this must be the turning around point. So far, Stratyk,
Going with Adrian.
first off,
Snowball comes out. They've got the coil. They've got the silence coming out. The TP is coming in for Lina. Can they kill the creep? Yes, they can. Lina's not going to save Adrian today. There's the coil, but they do have the ulti coming out. He's trying to break it with it, but it's not going to work out. Another loser orb on top of Adrian, and he's trying to slap back on an ILA, but they will get the kill on the puck. Athena looking for vengeance, the stun, and he will get it with the mana burn. And here comes A and B, but Warden's already out of there. So at least they get some response back with that Athena getting the kill on Adrian.
number one.
Oh, it's just a constant brawl. They got the tower, but that's a lot of money for a Timber.
Dire's
Got
top
that
tower
streak
is under
right
attack.
back after his own getting ended first. I think in total though, KBU has still had the tempo advantage here. It keeps on being them making the first move, and they still have their safe lane tier 2 as well. Now, once again, Raza.
They're getting so much out of this PL. They're getting so much for Realm in this game. Like another kill from this one. All the objectives taken, increasing his farm, but also the map control that they're capable of taking for themselves. And they're not in the need of actually defending these towers with several heroes because they have a stronger push going on than what they need to defend.
Yep. But honestly, I couldn't really say it better. Like, they can push faster, so Stratyk has to defend, which means that they're constantly on the back foot.
Yeah.
And
Dire's
yeah,
bottom
Realm
tower
has been
is under
playing a
attack.
magnificent game so far. This is exactly what his team needed. He risked it, and right now they are getting that biscuit.
Yeah, attack is the best defense in this case for
Radiant's middle
KBU. They
tower is under attack.
They like to keep this pressure up with all these tower-hitting heroes that they have. You know, the Jakiro, we've already talked about him being a great tower pusher. Now we're kind of starting to turn into this PL when he gets that tankiness up, especially with the heart. He's a great hero to siege with, and that's going to be difficult for Stratyk to try and catch as well. But there's two separate fights breaking loose again, as the Timbersaw is going to get jumped on, and in the top lane they're going to be killing Sunlight. They dodge the coil. They don't actually get anybody into the Dream Coil with this one, so Adrian scores a kill, and KBU is left licking their paws after this one. Does Adrian go straight to the Roach Pit with A and B? Because they could. There's no Jakiro to go in, so they're going to go for the Roach Call, and they've got a lot of information on KBU's heroes data, showing where the TP is, showing where the puck is, and they're already halfway down this Roach Pit. They're going to get a really good trade-off here for Stratyk.
First time they finally get the better of a trade, and they immediately capitalize with a great objective here. This is very important for the Lina.
Second life for the Lina. A target that the PL loves to chew through with that big, juicy mana pool and using a Diffusal Blade. And now with a second life, it changes everything in this case.
Committing the PL in just to get that big damage source out of the way will not actually do it. It will just refresh her mana pool, which is problematic to say the least.
The only downside here for Stratyk is that when you look at the Nyx Assassin's cooldown, when you look at the SD's Bubble and the Soul Catcher, the cooldowns on their side are not favoring them in these team fights, because if they miss 1-2 abilities or misuse 1 or 2 of them, KBU has a massive advantage for several seconds. Like even 5 seconds in a team fight is like an eternity. So with that kind of an advantage on your opponent not having any abilities, you're forcing them to move away, and if KBU is able to catch people during that time, they might even be able to kill somebody quickly before Stratyk's able to even fight back.
Radiant are scanning.
Exactly. The short cooldowns from Stratyk are mostly on their cores here, which is okay if you're looking to, you know, put your cores on the enemy supports, but in a core versus core fight, these cores from Stratyk don't actually win. We have seen the amount of work
The
that this PL does.
Aegis might be the tool for it. Nyx Assassin, 3 people stunned.
Dire's top tower is under
Coil on the Lina. That just might be your Aegis spent for nothing. Oh boy. Okay, 5x coming in. They need to save this Lina. They need to get her the hell out of there. Maybe even force out the BKB, but the Shadow Blade used. Dust from the Warden. BKB used as well. Adrian coming in on the side with his own Shadow Blade. So many Invis heroes on Stratyk's side, but there's a sentry on a very, very core key point here. Keep KBU fine. They did use the Exorcism for this one, though.
They did, but that's a support DP. This is not the biggest deal in the world. They didn't even have to use Realm for that fight, so honestly, that feels really very good for KBU.
Yeah, especially getting that Aegis out of the way is a huge win for them, because we just talked about that being a huge advantage, and now he just threw it away.
Realm?
Realm is farming aggressively. Thanos right next to him. Adrian coming in from the south. The DD coming out as well, and they look at the Manta dodge. He's going to be getting himself out for a second longer. Nice ice path coming out as well, as they're going to lose 2 and maybe even 3, because Adrian, where are your friends? Where are your friends? They're all in the graveyard, and you're going to be joining them.
That was blink and you miss it dodge, but honestly, they might get the kill on the field there, but I think they still always lose 3 heroes there on Stratyk. So that was, that looked very risky from the PL, but once again, really only good possible outcomes, and he gets the best of all, including now finishing up the heart. I'm not sure if they actually have to damage anymore next time.
Yeah, just look at this replay. In hindsight, if now you had the Aegis on the Lina, this would have actually been a whole different scenario. But as it is, it's just Manta dodging into doppelgangers, and this PL is able to walk out, and everybody else just... Thana and Alien Mana Banana just got blown up right away as the Nyx assassin just kind of, you know, evaporated super fast as the Tusk jumped on top of him, and now they found Raza too.
Yeah. And as Alien Mana Banana's BKB was on cooldown as well from that previous fight, and that was his first BKB usage. It really feels like every time Stratyk tries to take a step, they hit their foot on some rock, and they just stumble.
And they got the Nyx Assassin. Beautiful connection. CK also TPing in a very risky spot, but he's going to be able to walk out of this one. KBU doesn't have the info on him. Again,
this is...
just kill after kill after kill.
These are 2 Shadow Blade cores with initiation possibilities. Both Adrian as well as AMB have one. Have we seen the SBs used for an initiation yet? I think once on top with the kill on Sunlight. That's it.
Hero now also possesses an E-Blade, making this a really scary damage dealer to go up in a 1 versus 1. He might even be able to kill this Timber Saw despite his Foot of Defiance. Let's see if he goes for the test attempt. Not for now, at least. Also get away with that quick Timber Chain.
Very important saving item in this match. Anyone who's surrounded by the CK...
One thing, look at the ward that they placed down. They saw the CK move out, so this SD is just fresh meat. Found the Lina too. I annihilate right on top of him. This is the right click out at least, but the Aeon Disc will pop. Coil's available. Lina's going to be inside, but the BKB is ready. Needs some backup warding coming out with the shard. The BKB will be used now. Starting to go for the TP away. Should be able to. That also means that Stratyk doesn't have the tools to fight back, and neither actually does KBU, so they're going to move away.
KBU clearly still looking to just skirmish. I think they'd really want an Aegis of their own before they try putting their PL on the high ground. He's just calmly moving towards the Scotty right now.
Adrian on the hunt, jumped by the Warden. Stun comes out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Can't really do much on the Warden. He's also going to block the entrance. Sentry will locate the Ops Warden. Raza not in trouble of getting jumped on by the Tusk or the Puck, so they're going to let him go this time. He's got some backup. Are TPing towards mid though. Puck still with an Invis rune. Holder of the gem. He might just walk straight into him. Look at the position. Adrian, stun comes out. Silenced instantly with the BKB. Finally going to get the Phantasm off, and they're going to be taking down the Hero, but also the DP taken down. Stratyk will find 2 quick kills. Realm, he's in the river. They've got Alien Mana Banana coming up to the side of the board and goes in for the quick jump onto Alien Mana Banana. Will be taking him down. Realm has got 1. Can he get more out of this one? Onto Adrian from the side. AMB, he's got himself the stun, but only onto every single illusion. The right one's not even there with the coil coming out with the BKB throwing the TP out, but Adrian's going to be left all alone, and the CK has got no life to give but his own. And that's going to be the CK down with Alina getting the TP away from this fight. But KBU, again, it's a victory after another victory. Forcing the Timber Saw away out of this one, too. So they can't have any chance against KBU. It just seems like every fight that they take, this PL is just immortal at this point.
It is. The CK can't fight him, the Lina can't stun him, so really Adrian just has until his BKB is over to get the damage out in this fight, and you see how much burst he deals. It's incredible. Like, he hasn't been able to leverage that throughout this game, and you can see this power now when he gets the opportunity, slaps down these supports.
There's that big PL Illusion army just chewing on that Timber Saw, and look at Realm. He's able to get out of these fights every single time. They're just LSAing the illusions and thinking, wait a minute, something's wrong here. And it's just, they find again, the Warden. Man, this guy with his Tusk has been on point with these charges. He's had a couple really crucial ones, leading them into big, big kills. Top lane being pinged out. They're going on Kurtz and Kaylee.
Ooh, silence not in
Radiant's
time.
middle tower is under attack.
And so instead on mid,
For one. 2 for 1, maybe. They've got the Warden.
2 for
They're going to
1.
get some payback. EMB with the double.
now if you're a core without a BKB and you get caught by Alina CK, might as well just hope you got your
Radiant's
Testament
top
written.
tower is under attack.
It's, 'cause you won't have time. Changing your will? No.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
Realm is
tower
farming pretty aggressively here, able to dodge the LSA, but they will get the DP at least. He's getting chewed up by Adrian. CK's gonna find himself a quick kill out of this one. They got themselves a right PL thrown in the air by the Timber Saw. BKB used, they've got Realm. Realm gets the doppelganger off and the coil on 2. Nice turnaround, but is it going to be enough for them? Now Annihilate, they're going to take down Raza. And again, Adrian just keeps on poking the right PL. He's so low on HP, but he's got this hard, and he's trying to fight back. He's throwing in more and more illusions to bully this Timber. They found the Lina. Lina just got instantly evaporated out of that one. She wanted to get in on the fun, but instead she just gets bullied out of the team fight completely. And the tips.
This was
The
2
tips
versus
for
4.
Realm. That was, oh my god. That is just one of those fights which really kind of, you gotta be picking your brain after that one.
Dire are
Oh yeah,
scanning.
but and it's way easier for us as casters just to see where Realm is, but a couple of the micro ticks that he did in that fight, it was actually extremely hard to keep track of him for Stratyk there. Adrian honestly was doing a really good job at keeping on top of him, but ultimately at the end there, yeah,
Yeah, he did
Realm jumps away once.
he did a
gets the
great
Lina.
job.
Ay, ay, ay.
He did a really great job with constantly finding where is the real CK, sorry, where is the real PL in the fight. They just didn't have the necessary follow-up. Like, they got one good attempt with all the stun lock that they needed, and they lose track of him for a second. They're kind of like lacking the control during
And
the
he's
team
gone.
fight and the stuns and all that, and this guy like, all right, well, where is he again? Oh, I found him again, but now I'm all alone. Where are my buddies? Just look at this fight. There he basically
What
gets a
old
doppelganger
stuns?
off. Able to move himself around, maneuvering on the right targets, get rid of the supports first. Adrian, if they can leave the CK alone to be the last in the fight, that's like the ideal situation. And Realm still in the fight, and now AMB shows himself.
Radiant are scanning.
Literally on the feet of the PL, and it's a very juicy kill, but I Annihilate, and he overextended his limits. Comes out Laguna Blade, and the gems down on the ground.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Might have killed an SD, but we're going to take you with us. Meanwhile, they're going to take down Sunlight in the top lane. It is, you know, this is a pretty interesting game of Dota, you could say.
It is, yeah, this is very frustrating for KPU. They've been ignoring this Timber Saw.
Well, they're not right now. It's like it feels like yeah, you better
This
ignore
is
me.
why,
I'm
by
gonna
the
take
way.
one of you with me. Yeah, exactly. A and B. BKB used again. Kurtankale wants to move back in, but the stun comes out on Steel Marco. He's gone. Now it's Realm. 1 versus 4. I think we've seen this movie before, but how does this one end? He's going to go on the high ground. They've got the Timber chasing him right on top. PL found for a second. More and more illusions coming out as we talk, as AMB thinks he found the right one, but again, another micro play there from Realm, and he got the wrong one, but now they got the right PL, and he's gonna go maybe down. Theta with a stun. Can they get him? Yes, they can, but hey, that's just round one, folks. Stay tuned for more. And the PL comes back. They missed the LSA stun. They time it wrong, and I was gonna turn around, maybe gonna take AMB down. Yes, he will. The soul catcher is gonna hurt a lot, but Realm is gonna go for the second target, trying to get a kill on Raza, but the disruption save is gonna be coming there. Another doppelganger. He's trying to take me away. They're gonna reality rip, and he doesn't go through. He doesn't get the TP through, and the PL is dead.
What a
wow,
streak,
we
too.
were.
I can nearly see why he goes back in there.
Dire's
Nearly,
bottom
because you
tower
can
has
see
been
in that
denied.
moment how good, like how amazingly good of a PL game that this is. This
Juicy
man,
fight, like. Oh.
yeah. But he's not quite at that that 1v5 stage yet. But the fact that he takes A and B down again is just delicious.
And he tries to
he's
go
done
for the
for.
TP. He's 0.3 seconds from finishing it, but it gets taken away from him, and PL gone for a long time. And for the first time, it goes for the SD. SD with all that money. He's bought himself what he has, an Aether Lens now, and a Blink Dagger on the Courier. So his KFC Express, the chicken, is going to be bringing over that Blink Dagger for the SD, which is, by the way, going to be massive for saving his allies with the disruption. And of course, we've got the Demonic Claims also added on top with that shard.
Yep, I haven't seen this one in action in a pro game yet, so interesting to see how big of a heal that is going to be, how big that impact is going to be. And there's a couple of nice silences to cleanse off here as well, so really good pickup for him.
Yeah. Pretty good healing out of that one. It's 600 already at his level 16. He's going to get that one extra 100 on top of that too. It's a pretty decent duration though. Cooldown's almost a minute on this one. Adrian just gets sharded
Dire's top tower
for a second,
is
and
under
now
attack.
the 4-man smoke from KDU. The Phantom Lancer. This Abyssal Blade almost ready. They're gonna spot Thena.
Is under attack.
Underestimating the power of the gem.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Honest, they didn't actually even have the gem there. The puck was already moved out elsewhere, so
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
catch him off guard for a second. AMB's BKB already used, but Berserker Taylor can get some damage out on the Tusk. They will be able to get him out of the way. Timbersaw, though, has to move out. Realm. Aggressive doppelganger in. 4-second cooldown. Adrian with the BKB. They found the Jakiro. That's another one down. 2 for 1 to 2 for 0 in this case. Even if that next assassin was dead earlier on, we still find the tools to fight 4 versus 5 and making it now to 4 versus 3.
Bees are down though.
Aza, holy damn, this guy's got big cojones. He just flicks on the high ground, gets the vision, but it might pay off for them because I annihilate. E-bladed or not, he's stunned again, and dead, taken away. AMP's going to be taken away by Realm. Realm just moving around freely in this fight, and CK is going to be in a bit of trouble here. The buyback comes out from I annihilate. He's going to be TPing in. CK in trouble, taken down with a basher coming out. Another bash stun onto the Timbersaw, trying to make a run for it. And Realm, he's got the Yules, forcing the Timbersaw to Yules himself into the air, but the coil comes out from I annihilate. Thena wants to move in for the rescue, but he's got no impale, and he's going to have to watch this Timbersaw lose his life. And I annihilate with this buyback, they might have just caused some massive damage on the side of Stratyk, but they're diving tier 4 towers for, you know, background protection still up. Guys, there's no creeps. A bit of a, I don't know, this is very aggressive, but there's nobody to be found. Nyx Assassin cuts the creep wave, and he's just going to give his life for this one creep to go down too, but he can't get to it. Finally falls down, so they can't get a push. Creeps. At least for a bit.
Realm.
Force buybacks.
Yeah. This is risky for my Annihilate. But back basically for the Gemma for the possibility of the Stratyk buybacks. If he gets caught now, that is not just a gem permanently given over, but that is a full-on loss for his life for the next 2 minutes as well.
Glyph used as well. This tier 3 down to half HP. Timber and Nyx Assassin gonna start thinking about their buybacks. Do they go for it? do they just sack this one lane because the tier 2 towers are still up in top and mid?
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Does look like they're going to let these buildings fall. KBU is going to be taking the first racks in this game. 30, almost 40 minutes into this one.
They've kind of taken their time getting there, and Stratyk has certainly taken a couple good engagements now, but this PL, man, every time the BKBs are down, he really just only needs to throw his support troops forward, like, okay, we trade Jakiro for one BKB, we trade the Death Prophet for the next, the Tusk for the third, and then I clean up.
Tusk blinks in. Adrian's like, hello, my friend. You weren't suspecting me to be here, but the coil comes out, but the silence is there too. Freshly picked up Orchid on the CK, now working on a Bloodthorn, trying to kill the DP. The stun does connect. That's a 4-second one. Of course it is a 4-second stun. The Ice Path from the Yules. It's gonna be the CK losing his life. Takes a couple kills with it, but he does lose his life in the process. Nyx Assassin trying to get some distance away from this puck. And the Aeon Disc pops as well, but that orb is not doing any damage, at least for now. But as soon as that Aeon Disc buff also runs out, it will lead into a kill. Raza tries to TP away, but the Ice Path there, and a bash as well from Realm. Why not? 2 for 3. Tier 2 down in mids, and only a tier 2 left in top. That might mean some more structural damage.
They do a good job here of forcing KBU to go back, though. They pick all of these engagements on their deep wards, and they have 2 waves pushed out now again as well, with the Timbersaw and Alina clearly sticking to the plan, saying, alright, engagement has been created on these heroes with the buybacks, and we run towards the side lanes, get our farm up. Lina very close to finishing an AC now. And Timber keeps on cutting. It's what he does best.
I love how Puck is always just poking this Timber Saw. Like, I'm strong, but Timber also kind of shows his own strength in here. He's able to blink out of this one.
Yeah.
Timber, he's all the way back.
Neither should be able to kill the other.
Rel, meanwhile, he's finishing off melee racks.
This man's playing a different game from the rest.
Yeah. Yes. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. Let's say onto the Phantom Lancer, but he's got 5,000 HP and he can just use his illusions to finish things off. But that Soul Catcher does help a little bit. They are gonna need to land every single stun pixel perfect, because otherwise this guy's just gonna get away with his doppelganger, and he does. And there's more illusions on their way inside the base. 150 HP remaining on the range reaction, so that's gonna be completely gone. Stratyk, you're in a tough situation. Roche is also up, so they're going to turn their attention towards this one. Cheese and a Refresher Shard. KD would love to have all of that for themselves. PL, they've killed him once. That was when he was 1 versus 4. I don't think that's going to happen again.
I don't think so either. And with the Refresher on this Puck, 2 E-Blades, 2 coils, this is going to be rough. But they're coming in with the smoke from the side.
That being said, Aegis for the Phantom Lancer, a Refresher Shard of the Cheese picked up by the Jakiro, and Stratyk coming look for the stun onto the Steel Barco. Doesn't work out, particularly. Gets a bit of early damage onto the DP. He's down to half HP. Timber Saw, very alone right now, but they spot the Nyx Assassin. Annihilate. He's keeping the Nyx busy. Doesn't connect the E-Blade, though. Meanwhile, on the bottom half of the map, they've also been used the Walrus Punch. And SD, he gets stunned by a Basher instead of the Ice Path, and that cancels the TP for him to get away. Adrian, he's also caught inside. Goes for the stun of Jakiro, turns around, and a quick evaporation will take place, but he's going to be TP away, but there's the Walrus Punch from the Warden. He's going to cancel his TP away, and Adrian, he's left alone, and he's got no buyback. Dana, able to get out of this one, but with this SD and the CK both dead, no CK ulti, but no buyback. The bigger one is missing from Stratyk, and KBU can push.
Once again, no escape from the Warden. This guy's really throwing away the key.
They're going to realize soon that this CK is not coming back up, and this PL is just going to be tanking some hits, but he's got an Aegis and 5,000 HP. Double that, he's going to be 10k. of damage dealt on one singular here to get out. Thana's already dying back. SD's dying back. Raza's gone. Kurtenko trying to get some damage with the A and B onto the DP, but she's also going to be going invis and just disappearing from the sides of KBU. And now Lina is just taking another one down with the Warden falling. Lina BKB tries to go for a run out. Puck also the A on this. Will pop. The coil's going to be available. Curtain Taylor trying to keep them away, but KBU is staying inside the base of Stratyk to finish off the racks. The glyph is down. The puck is actually going to go down. Got the Carapace stun, and Lina right clicks away, so they've got one damage dealer away. Now it's suddenly just 2 remaining. But Realm looking for the quick kill on the Lina, will be able to get that with the Abyssal Blade, but Lina comes in with an instant buyback. On the buy also the BKB used by the Timbersaw. They're going to chase down still Barco. And we did see the PL end up in a 1 versus 4 situation before. Now it's 1 versus 3. Round number 2 about to start. And Sunlight from the side. Does he land the Ice Path of Dreams? He doesn't even need to. They're going on the Lina right away with the BKB already used. Trying to catch Thana. Thana walking away and waltzing out of that Ice Path. But Lina dieback is a certainty. And here comes Realm as well with the backup with this Jakiro just finishing off another one. Adrian is also respawned, but he's obviously lost half of his HP by the time he gets into this fight. And the CK just cannot fight back, and it is a slideshow. It is the PL show, and they will take the Timber down as well, and that should be game right there. There's no stopping this Phantom Lancer. He's 22-1-12 at the moment. He's got 34 KDA. He's probably got your family hostage. He's going to take everyone with you, even Stratyk with him. They're going to go diving fountains because they can. They can do whatever they want right now. With the Ice Path thrown in as well to catch the Timbersaw again. Curtin Kale is going to be falling again and again and again and again. And now onto the CK. Rel will not give Adrian no mercy. And GG's finally called by Stratyk as KBU takes 46 minutes to finish the first game.
Radiant's middle tower has died.
We certainly get taken for a ride there by